was I going to say? Oh, if you're going to do anything with the using your own image in anything or your own voice, this is what everybody needs to understand. First of all, we can do all of this stuff. It's great. But nobody talks about you have to go set up accounts on all these other platforms first, or you're not
Right.
going to have voices, your own voice on 11 Labs. You're not going to have API credits over on Seedance. You're not going to have any of that stuff for the MCP tools to even go do any of this stuff. So it's not
Right.
just, oh, go in and say a prompt for what you want and it does it all. That is so misleading. Okay?
Yeah.
And there is going to be a different quality and a different cost associated with each different way that you build your videos. Okay?
Hmm.
But the
Right.
first couple of things that you're going to want to do, get a couple of reference images that you want to make things from. So like go in here and upload a headshot and name it
Right.
your name or headshot or something. So that when you're in there talking, you can say, go to the reference library, grab Kim headshot and use that. Or you can go here and copy the actual link and give it the link. And and so that's the first thing you need to understand. You need to have some reference images already made that you can use within all of these programs to get your likeness,
Got it.
whichever way you're
Okay.
going to do it. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, you need to go set up accounts on 11 Labs and make a couple of voices, right? And that's a whole nother training thing. If you haven't done that, you're going to go over to 11 Labs and you're going to clone your voice, or you're going to go to HeyGen and you're going to make your own avatar over there. And this is what I suggest. You can make your avatar now on almost every platform. And that's what you need to do. You need to go to Gemini, make your avatar. You need to go to 11 Labs and HeyGen and make your avatar. You need to go to your YouTube Shorts, make your avatar. That way you have your likeness everywhere for you to be able to just tell Claude or ChatGPT, hey, I want you to make a 10-second video of me, you know, shooting an arrow at an apple in a, forest or whatever. And then it's going to have stuff to work from. Okay? So once you
Uh-huh.
get that stuff done, now you have your assets in the places that you need to have them. Then you need to make all of your connections. And so if you're using MCP, you've got to have an account on all these different platforms. Some of them are going to be a monthly membership that you have to have. Others are just going to be you're paying for use on your API key. So you're going to go in here to settings and go to integrations, and where you set up all of your services, right? This is where he keeps adding different features for us, which is great. But that means you have to go in here and make sure that you have everything set up on each one of these services so that you can use
Right.
these tools. And so
Right.
if you don't have 11 Labs set up, go over to 11 Labs, and they made it really easy for us. So you can just click on the link and it'll take you to 11 Labs where you can get an API key. Now,
Right. I set that up last week with for one of
okay,
my clients, one of my potential clients. Yeah.
okay, good. So, sorry, this is a little bit slow when I try to go back, but you would log in and do that. Okay? So, I'm going to
Hmm.
close that. I need to make a little video on each one of these, how to sign up on each one of these, but they're all the same.
I got one question, Kim. Can I
Sure.
stop you for 1 second?
Yep.
Twilio, I tried to, and I know you don't like Twilio. I already had something set up in Twilio from 2024. And the thing that stopped me, which I asked about last week, was the privacy statement. I now have a privacy statement. So I think I can go ahead and set up Twilio. Twilio is better than 11 Labs or has more offerings than, what's the deal between Twilio and 11 Labs?
Okay, you're talking about two different things. It was where you get a phone number to either make calls or send text messages. 11 Labs is where you go to get voices to use in your bots or in your videos, and you can create those of your own or you can use ones that they already have. Does
Right.
that
I
make
used one that they already had. Yeah.
Okay.
I used the Southern Gentleman something or other,
Yeah.
which was perfect for this particular potential client.
Yeah. And so, but every platform now is getting pretty consistent, the ones that I'm using, where you have the ability to clone your own voice, to upload your image and make an avatar of yourself. And use those assets in making videos or images or whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Okay.
So did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to go in here and you're going to sign up with all of your API keys. And the API key is what allows you to get basically the two-way communication between your PayMeGPT account and whatever platform the agent is talking to. And we're doing that through our MCP connection, which means it can use all the tools in this platform and all the tools over on that platform that are open to this API key. So just like with us, there's a lot of stuff this platform does, but
Right.
opening that communication port doesn't give them a PayMeGPT account with everything. It only gives them access to those 100 tools that are in the MCP server that they can talk to, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And it's the same
Now,
on the
what
other
screen is it?
platform that you're talking to. They only open up so many tools on their platform to that MCP connection. So it doesn't mean that I can do everything on 11 Labs through my MCP connector. I can only do the things that 11 Labs has tools open to the MCP connection. So I can go
Right.
on 11 Labs, I can make avatars, I can make a phone bot, I can do all kinds of stuff, do story videos, but I can't do all that through MCP because their tools are not open on their side to do those other things.
Okay.
Okay? And so that's going to be a
How did you get to
limitation.
this page? What is this page?
This page is your settings page,
Yeah.
right?
Settings. Okay.
Yeah. And so you're in the AI services, right? So if you go to integrations, you have,
Okay.
I'll close this up. You have services, gateway, payment stuff, communication, messaging, and then the advanced stuff, or MCP and GitHub and everything. So we're in the services, which is all of the basically the other integrated platforms that we can connect to. And we're going to put in our API keys in all of these. Now, when you go down here to, right now it says ByteDance Seedance, okay? It's not going to be ByteDance anymore. They'll probably change the name of that because now it's Atlas Cloud, okay? So we're getting Seedance through Atlas Cloud. That's what the platform has set up. So when you click on that link, you're going to go over here to Atlas Cloud, and you have to get an account on this platform. Now, there's a couple different ways on Atlas. They have AI stuff in here, a lot, okay? And the nice thing I like about Atlas Cloud, they actually tell you what everything costs, right? Like right up front, which I love. Okay. So I'm really glad that they hooked up to Atlas. I think that's a very good thing. But you're going to go make an account. Okay. And once you make an account, of course, you have to go in to billing, right? And set up your billing. Okay. Put a credit card in there. And then you're going to go over, I put on $25. Okay. And then you're going to go over, once you get that set up, and you're going to go get an API key. And if you go to your account, I don't like their drop down. It kind of bounces around. Come on. Go down here to API keys. Okay. And when I click on that, it's going to let me create an API key. So you just click on that. It'll give you an API key. You make it, give it a name. And then you're going to copy that API key. And again, don't share your API keys with anybody. They can go in and use your money to pay for their stuff. And then you're going to go in here and you're going to put in your key right here and hit enter. Now I've already done it, so mine says saved. So I've already got my key in there. But if I disconnect that, there would be nothing there, and I could put that key back in there and click enter, and now my key is there. Okay? So everywhere that it says saved, I have my key in for these other programs. Okay? Now, some of my keys, I set them to expire. I did on Atlas. I have it set to expire in 90 days. So I might come in here and this won't say that it's connected, right? And I'll have to put that in again. And so
If you have money left on your account, if you have money left on your account and it expires, does it hold that money until you activate it again?
oh yeah,
Like if you don't use the entire $25.
yeah, when I'm not saying I'm disconnecting my account. I'm making that API key only active for 30 days or 90 days. That means I have to come in and authorize use of that API key again every 30 days or every 90 days.
Okay.
Right? That way, if
Okay.
I forget about a key that I have, I don't want it open where I could have stuff running and paying for stuff that I don't even know that I'm using on a key that's open somewhere. I want to make sure that I am responsible
Right.
about keeping my keys short, short usage time limits. That way I'm forced to go back. It'll pop up and say reauthorize, reconnect. And it's the
So that's
same with
sort of your
our,
personal guardrail. That's
well,
like your personal guardrail.
it's like the MCP tool that we have on Claude and ChatGPT with PayMeGPT. You have to,
Okay.
it'll pop up and say it's disconnected, even though you haven't disconnected it after a while. I don't know if it's 30 or not. I think you upped it to 90 days now. But you'll have to go back in there and your Google sign in will pop back up for you to, sign back in or whatever you use to sign in with it. And so you have to reauthorize the okay for the API key to be charged and used on that account. So you're going to go in here, you're going to put all of your integrated services, you're going to put your API keys in there. But so
Hmm.
first thing is have some assets already created with your likeness and your voice, whatever. Second thing is go
Right.
make accounts on all of these things and get an API key. And then third thing, bring that over and get this set up. So now everything's ready to be used. And then once everything is
Okay.
ready to be used, that's when you go over here to Claude and you start, asking Claude to do whatever you want with the MCP tool. Now, what I did one here just so you could see. I went over to Gemini and I put in a prompt to make a little video with my avatar and my voice. And then I did my YouTube short using my avatar and my voice. And then I came over here and used my tools on PayMeGPT to make a video with my voice. And I'll show
And
you.
you're doing that with the prompt. So you're telling in Claude you're prompting Claude to do whatever you want it to do.
Yes. What I said was
Okay.
I need a fun prompt to demonstrate the difference in creating videos in Gemini versus YouTube Shorts versus HeyGen versus MCP with my tools. Okay? And using Seedance or whatever tools I have available here on PayMeGPT. And then Claude, of course, told me, which is true, all of these platforms, you can't just use one prompt on every one of the platforms and expect to get the same results because they all work differently. So this one is text to video, 8 seconds. This one is a consumer VO wrapper, and it doesn't do your likeness, but that's wrong because you can now make a YouTube short with your avatar. So this is old information. That's not correct. Hey Jen, yes, best in class. I don't agree with that anymore. I don't think Hey Jen is best in class anymore. I think the YouTube shorts, whatever they're using on their wrapper, is brilliant. It works the best of any of them. Seedance, of course, and Kling. This is very customized. The thing about YouTube, it decides what it's going to make. You tell it what you want, and it decides how it's going to build it. The nice thing about doing Seedance and Kling, or our tools on MCP, using whatever model we determine, is we get to decide how it's built. We get to know what keyframes we're putting in, what we want in each one of them, and it's much more customizable. Okay? So then what I did is I want to do like a comic book scene kind of thing. So it gave me prompts for Gemini, for YouTube, and for HeyGen, and then for mine. So what you would do if you wanted to do that and make a video in here, you would say this prompt, okay?
You add all of those to the prompt.
No, you would go in here and you would say just what it says here. I'm going to say use my MCP, activate AI tools, and I'm going to say choose the best option for a jaw-dropping, cool video with a song and killer graphics in a 10-second video with my avatar, and then I put use Kim headshot from my reference library. Remember I said go over and make sure you have something in there, or I could put the link if I have it.
Mm-hmm.
And my voice as a superhero badass. Okay, and then I'm going to put whatever it said in here, comic book, whatever. I'll just put that so I have something in there. But you would put your prompt in here and tell Claude, I want you to use my tools and go over here and do this. Now, I already did it once, so I can show you the 3 that it made. But once you have everything set up, all you have to do is get trained on and practice prompting Claude to get the result that you want. And that's what's going to take the time, is going, and money, is going in here and asking for things a certain way and seeing what you get. And I would recommend that as it's doing this, it does take a little bit to, you know, some of the stuff I get in here is not good. But it's not good, not because the platform isn't good. It's not good because I'm not prompting it right. I'm not telling it
Right.
what I need properly. And
Right.
that's one thing that I'm not great at doing real good, you know, descriptions. But what I would recommend is when it comes in here and says it's generating an image, click on that and look at what it's doing. Okay, 9's GPT image 2. So what it's going to do is make an image first so that it has something, a reference image to start with, and then it's going to feed that to Seedance and make the video. Premium comic book illustration. So you can read through here what Claude is thinking about doing. Okay, and I would suggest, this is how I've learned to ask for things properly. I watch what it's doing, and it teaches me the process that Claude uses when it thinks. And when I see something in here that says, well, I don't want it doing that, right? Then I can go back to Claude and say, oh, I don't want you using that tool. Or I thought I told you I wanted a portrait, right? When I noticed it in here, it's landscape. So now it's pulling
How do
the
you have a
image.
habit of stopping? Do you just stop it if you see it doing something that it shouldn't, that you don't want? Or do you wait until it finishes?
Sometimes I let it finish what it's doing, but other times I will just stop it because I know it's going to run through a whole bunch of tokens and go do a whole bunch of operations and tool calls, and I don't want it doing that. But I'm trying to get over to the platform. If we look at the pricing, let me refresh that. See, it's used $2 already on this video. So you definitely want to keep track of how, and that's for a 10-second video, $2 already, and it's probably going to use another $1 before it's done. But when you do things like video or making songs and things like that, yeah, you're going to be using a lot more money. And see if it's taking any more. Nope, still at the same. So it might be done with the video part from here. So let's go back, see what it's at. Still doing the lip sync. But I can go show you the other ones that it came up with. I have, that I did on the first generation. First I went to Gemini and I said, make me, you know, a superhero that says, and so this was, I didn't build any of this alone. In my world, that's the whole superpower. Let's go build something. Now, I don't know if you could hear that.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. I don't know what that lizard dotted face skin thing was there. I mean, that's from my age spots. I don't know why it changed to that whole spotted thing for a second. That was kind of weird. But other than that, this was a cool little video, right? And Gemini made that just with one prompt saying, make my avatar. I chose the comic book one and my avatar, and I said, make me saying, you know, celebratory, jumping out of a cartoon frame, saying, I can do this alone, let's go build something, or whatever. Then I took that same one over to YouTube, and I'd have to show you that one on my phone. And I made a YouTube short, which I think beats everybody hands down on the avatar video making, like hands down. All right, so let's go take a look and look at my shorts. So it was this one. This is the one I made. I didn't build any of this alone. In my world, that's the whole superpower. Let's go build something. I didn't build any of this alone. In my world, that's the whole superpower. Let's go build something. Now, see, I think that one's really good. I didn't build any of this alone. Hang on. In my world,
And that's free?
the whole superpower.
That's
free.
through your YouTube account. That's free for anybody.
Okay. I don't know if you have to. I pay $20 a month for my YouTube account because I have the YouTube Pro or whatever, Plus or whatever it is. So I don't know if you have to have that or not, but everybody that I've shown it that just have a regular account, they can go make their avatar. I don't know how many, if you get limited how many you can make. I haven't hit a limit yet of how many I can make a day. But yeah, I go in here. Now the drawback to this though, it's the best, it's the fastest, it's the most on point with what I ask for and what my avatar looks like and sounds like. And I do a lot of them in Pixar, but I have regular ones too that I made of myself, and they're actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. You've seen a couple of those where, like this was funny. I need a new canoe. I new canoe. We are going down the river. Let's go. I mean, wow. I just said, put me in a Bass Pro Shop. I need to go buy a new canoe. Put me in a Bass Pro Shop. That's all I said. And it did this whole video. Now, it kind of repeated the line twice, but other than that, it was perfect, right?
And that's YouTube, too?
Yeah, that was YouTube. But the drawback to the YouTube ones, I can't download these and save the video. They're only on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I can get around that by playing it and recording my screen. So I do that so that I can download them. But this isn't a video that I make and can download as an MP4 that I can do other stuff with. So there is a drawback to all of them somehow, right? But I did the Gemini one, I did that one, and then I came over and I did one in here with, that was the first one I did with the new hookup with Atlas, right? With Seedance over there on Atlas. And this is what it came up with. Didn't build any of this alone. In my world, that's the whole superpower. Let's go build something. Didn't turn out very great. The lip sync was really weird.
That one didn't have sound. I didn't hear sound on that
one.
Oh,
it sounds like me. It definitely sounds like me.
Okay.
And it's cartoony because I said Pixar, but the lip sync is horrible. The mouth is all weird because it does it after the fact. Like it generates the image first, then it generates the video. Then it goes back to lip sync the video, so it changes the mouth already created in the video, and it didn't do a very good job. But the audio was good. I mean, it did sound like me. But let's see if this one's done yet. Still working. See, it takes a long time on the.
It takes a while. So we're down to 10. I think I've got 10 minutes before 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not fast. Yeah. It's not fast and it's not cheap. But if you want, you know, if you get like skills created where you could just go in here and say, like Ryan does a good job with stuff because he's always in here playing with stuff. Now, we'll see what this comes up, you know, ends up with. But that's basically how you're going to do the new setup. You're going to go to Atlas and make your account. And then you're going to go and put your API key in here. Okay. And then you just have to make sure that you have 11 Labs and Hey Jen if you're going to use it, or any of these others that you want to have accounts on. But yeah.
Yeah, I have to. Well, I have 11 Labs already. That's only $5 a month, at least the plan that I'm on. I don't know what it gives me because I've not used it
well,
yet.
That's what I'm saying. You don't use much over there. Just, you know, having it pull a voice. You're not going to have any costs unless you are over there making stuff on 11 Labs. If you were having 11 Labs actually do the lip syncing or create the song or things like that, you're probably going to pay a few pennies in API key cost. But
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Just getting a voice that you've already created over there isn't going to cost you anything. It's just going to 11 Labs and getting it. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye on your costs. Just make your API keys. Come in here and make sure you take the old key out that you had for Seedance and, oh, I'm on Grok, sorry, that you had for ByteDance, and put your new Atlas one in once you get your Atlas account. And then you just do like we do with everything else on Claude or ChatGPT. You just go in and say you're going to use your MCP tools and do this video for me. And it's going to go do everything, merge it all together. It'll make all these separate little parts to it. Yeah, see here we've got final mix. Here's the final. This is the MP4. Let's take a look.
Oh, it finished.
Yeah. I didn't build any of this alone. In my world, that's the whole superpower. Let's go
Wow.
build something.
Is she saying anything?
Yeah, it's my voice. Yeah.
Atlas?
That's using the MCP with Claude, using 11 Labs,
You had a bunch of them.
Atlas, and what else did it use? I think that's it. 11 Labs, Atlas, and Image 2. ChatGPT Image 2. I think is what it said it used. But it just depends on what you want built. You know, each thing is going to be a different, you know, it's going to make something different. Here's the, is this the, that's the art that it made. So it made this image first, which the image isn't bad. It's pretty good, actually. I
like Sparky. I like Sparky on your shoulder.
Yeah, I like the little squirrel on the shoulder. I don't know where it got that must have been in the prompt somewhere because it keeps pulling that up.
I think that's the only one that I actually need. I don't know about Hey Jen yet, but Seedance for sure. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
All righty.
So what do you think, Charles? Do you want to share your screen and show how you did your little video?
My process is scattered. You know me.
Kim?
Yeah, let me... All right. Well, that wraps up another one. And thanks, everybody, for coming to Office Hours. And I will see you in the next one.